guys, and welcome back. My name's Alex with Sunrise Farm, and I have just about every... Hello to you too. I have just about every basket I could find in my kitchen, and we're going to harvest from the garden. The garden's getting kind of out of control, and I tried to get out here early so that way I can harvest all the greens before they start getting bitter and before it starts getting hot and they wilt. So let's go. All right, you guys, we're gonna start at the front of the house in these garden beds here and see what we can get. Okay, so in this front bed, I have dwarf kale. This is Siberian dwarf kale. I've got a ton of butter crunch lettuce. This looks really good. We're gonna harvest a lot of this. I've also got beets, and these are crazy big. So we're gonna get some of these and probably do pickled beets. Look at those. And then I have my cabbages, and I think we'll probably harvest these before they start getting too buggy. The other day I did pick some cabbage worms off these, and I want to get to them before they're going to be no good. So we will grab these and I will show you guys how I make sauerkraut. Let's get to it. And I think that's all the beets out of this bed. All right, so I picked all the beets out of the bed. This is all of them. It filled this whole big basket. We don't eat the tops of the beets, however you can. I'm gonna clip the tops off and feed them to the goats, and we're gonna take the rest inside to make pickled beets in another video. So I'm really trying to focus on our cool weather stuff right now just because it's starting to get hot. So I can pull everything in this bed and replace it with things that are gonna do really well in the heat, like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, all those things. So let's finish harvesting from this bed. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull all the butter crunch lettuce out of here. It's a lot of lettuce, but I think I'll just plan to do a couple salads the next few days before it wilts. And I have a whole lettuce bed over in the big garden, and we'll keep pulling from that for things like burgers and miscellaneous stuff. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This is 2 pieces. They look beautiful. So we'll get these cleaned up and take them inside. I don't know if this basket is going to be big enough or if any of these baskets are going to be big enough for what I have planned. All right, we got all the butter crunch lettuce out of here. It looks very bare now, but over here we have a dozen different bunches of butter crunch, and they look incredible. Look at that. Beautiful. And we filled that basket, and then I have all of this. I think what I'm gonna do is go get the wheelbarrow and just start putting everything in the wheelbarrow. All right, guys, so I've got the wheelbarrow. I'm just gonna start putting everything in here. I'm gonna start by harvesting the cabbages and putting those in here since those are a little more hardy than the lettuce and stuff like that, and then we'll put it all in. All right, and I think in another video, I'm gonna show you guys how I make sauerkraut. So let's get these all put together, and I'm gonna pull the last couple cabbages. Yeah. Stay right there. Keep staying right there. All right, so I pulled 4 cabbages, I pulled all of our butter crunch, and then I pulled all of our beets. And that bed over there is looking very bare, but we're gonna head over to the big garden now. So I've got another bed that's the exact same size over here that still has a couple more cabbages in it, and we're gonna leave those. Oh no. So these beets didn't get very big. I'll probably take this one since the deer pulled it out anyway, but looks like the deer stopped by for a little snack. All right, so if you saw my last video, you know that the deer have pretty much demolished all of my peas. Over here, there are absolutely no flowers. Oh, we do have one tiny little pea growing. I guess we'll leave them and hope that the deer only bother these. And then last night, they came over and they started to get these ones. You can see they've snipped the tops right off all of them. However, I do have a bunch of peas on here, so we're gonna start pulling these. Literally munched the peas. Oh, these deer. Right, I think I got most of them, and like I said, from here on out the peas are just gonna be kind of a trap crop for the deer, like we have our trap crops for the cabbage worms and the cabbage moths. This is why I don't usually grow peas, because this is all I've got in the past couple years. Alright guys, so next up we are over by our garlic, and we're going to be harvesting all of our garlic scapes today. You can make things like garlic scape pesto and stuff like that, but we're just going to grill these, and they are delicious with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper. So the scapes you can see here are actually flowers, and this garlic will flower if you allow it to. You get scapes from hardneck garlic. However, you want to harvest the scapes after they've curled to the point where they're touching like that before they actually flower, because they'll be using their energy to produce that flower instead of to produce bigger bulbs. So I think we're done here for today. I did finish getting our garlic scapes, and this basket is overflowing. It looks and smells amazing. I know I said I was going to grill these, but I think what I'm actually going to do is do pickled garlic scapes when I do my pickled beets. So I'm going to take care of all this stuff. I'm going to take the tops off the beets. I'm going to clean up my cabbages and pull off the bigger leaves and go feed those to the goats. And I think that's it for this video. I will see you guys next video. As always, thank you for watching, and I will take you guys along as we continue to grow things, what we're growing, how we care for it. Have a wonderful growing season.